Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Ajame out of Atlanta, Georgia, but we got two of my brothers here, and everybody else can come on as well. But two of my brothers here, we got the, how we say that thing? We're brothers from the same, we're brothers from different mothers, but we got the same father. That's how the thing go. Toussaint, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Hyena, happy, elephant, and lady, and porcupine proud to be here this morning. Yes, sir. That's what I am. Hyena, happy, elephant, elated, and porcupine proud to be with each and every one of you this morning. Badger, talk to me. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Morning. I hope everyone is doing well.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, Toussaint, I'm gonna start off with you. I'm gonna ask you this question. We got Ryan with us this morning. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing this morning?
Doing good. How you doing?
Hey, doing well, doing well. Good to have you, brother. Toussaint,
Yes, sir.
there's this thing going around now, man, where everybody, all the stores, pretty much all the stores I go into now, they have them self checkout lanes. They have them self checkout lanes. We got a Zamari. Good morning, Zamari. How you doing this morning? I'm gonna get this question out in a minute, Toussaint. How you doing, Zamari? How you doing this morning?
I'm a doing, dude. I almost gave up on you. I just sat down to start playing my video game, and then Ryan was
I
like,
just
"The
wanted to
link
make
sent out," and I'm like, "Of course it is." After I give up
see.
waiting.
I just wanted to make sure that you were sitting down and that you was comfortable before I send it to you. See how the timing works. That's timing. That's timing. That is absolute good timing. Give it to you right when you sit down. Toussaint. She said, "Yeah." Toussaint. A lot of the stores, you know what? I'm gonna switch to Toussaint. Ladies are always first. Zamari, I'm coming to you with this one first. Yep, ladies are first. That's my rule. That's my rule. So Zamari, all the stores I go into now, pretty much all the stores I go into have them self checkout lanes. You go yourself check yourself out. Doop, 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 doop. Put in your bag, pay, go on about your business. I think they're going too far right now with that because now I've gone in a few stores. I'm not gonna call the names out, but I've gone in a few stores where they're asking me, do I want to have a gratuity, if you will, or pay the self checkout lane, some kind of a fee or something like that. And me and my wife was going through one of the stores. I almost called the name. Going through one of the stores, and it asked at the end, do you want to tip? Do you want to tip? Basically, what they're saying, do you want to tip? And I looked at my wife. I said, who am I tipping? Me? Who am I tipping? I did all this. I went to the store, got all my stuff. We went through the lane, scanned it, paid for it, and now it's asked, do I want to tip? 0%, this percent, and they had different prices that you can actually tip. Zamari, what is going on? I don't understand that. Why would I tip myself in a self checkout lane, or why would I tip in a self checkout lane?
I I don't know, for fast service. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It could be that, which I doubt that this is it, but in their minds it might be to help pay for um servicing the machines. Who knows? I'm just saying, in their brains it could be some crap like that to keep the machines in service. I don't know. It's ridiculous and it is stupid. And do you know? I tell my husband all the time, I feel like we're living in the Twilight Zone. It feels
Mm-hmm.
like the freaking Twilight Zone, because I can remember when they started doing these self checkouts. Because if you remember back in the day, you had what, like 9, 10 lines,
Yep.
all
Yep. Yep.
cashiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started slowly. It was 1 and 2 lanes that were switched over into those self checkouts. And that was it, 1 or 2 lanes. And you still had the 8 other lanes that had cashiers in them.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now you have what? 3 lanes of cashiers, and the other 7 are self
Mm-hmm.
serve now.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's so weird and it's so crazy, and it still freaks me out. Or yeah, like Toussaint just said, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
So no, I don't like it either. It's nice sometimes, but other
Mm-hmm.
times, dude, I just want somebody else to bag my stuff and send me on my way. I don't want
because
to do it.
because of the fact that I'm running the self checkout lane. I'm scanning everything, putting everything in the bags, and leaving. Should I give them my W-2? Because it's almost like I'm working for the store.
You might as well. You might as well. They might as well be paying you at this point because we're doing
Exactly.
all the work. What's the point in going shopping if you're still having to do all the work? The point of going shopping is to go get your stuff, relax, and have someone else do the job for you. It's not
Mhm.
like that now, man. It's not like that. So, you know what my husband and I have switched over to because it's just so much more convenient and it's easier and it pays somebody's bill.
Mhm.
We just have it sent to the house now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. See, and there's a pros even with that. There's some pros and cons because when I go shopping, I want to see what I'm buying before I get it. Though that's the only thing about that. Especially with my groceries, like when I'm shopping on Amazon, something like that. You look at it, you do your reviews on it and all that stuff. Oh, that's good. But if I'm buying my groceries, I want to make sure you giving me give me something I want. Don't just go to the bottom of the barrel, find the one that's so soft. Oh, this is about to go bad. Let's send them this one. No, no,
We've
no, no.
actually okay, so with the grocery, because they have the what is it, Instant Cart, I think
Yes.
Instacart or whatever it's called. So we've actually had pretty good luck using that and having our groceries sent to us. And I mean, I've even had some of the I don't know what you call them, the guys that go and do the shopping, the shoppers, where
Mhm, mhm.
I've had some of them message me and say, hey, the produce doesn't look that good, so I'm
That's
not
good.
going to get that, which is amazing, right? And
Mhm.
that's what I would do if I was shopping for somebody else's goods. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
This doesn't look very well. So we've gotten extremely lucky
Mhm.
with our shoppers who've delivered that stuff to us. But unfortunately, not everyone is going to have that experience, and it also depends on the areas that you live into. But yeah,
Exactly.
no. Should you be paying a gratuity fee to a machine? No,
Mhm, mhm.
no. Might as well keep your money, dude.
Exactly. Tucson, talk to me, man. What about these machines, man? They're asking you for like you said, a gratuity. They ask you for a tip. Tip me. Tip me. 2%, 5%, 10%. Tucson, what is going on, man? Are they going too far?
Yeah, they can go as far as they want. I ain't giving them nothing. I'm gonna have to check that, man, because I hadn't noticed. I'm gonna check it.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't make no sense. But I'm pretty sure it's to cover their costs that they done had. Here's the thing about that. They've unemployed somebody to put them machines in there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody's out of the job.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, there's somebody else has to come and service them. That ain't my problem. I just want my groceries. Yeah, I'm like you. I bag them. So at the
Yeah.
door, I should get some extra money back
Exactly.
for having to
Exactly.
do that. How about that? Let's do that. But
Mm-hmm.
that makes absolutely no sense. But what's the difference? So if you got a percentage that you paying them, what is based on how much groceries you get,
Mm-hmm.
come out of there with one bag and it's $50-something, $60-something worth of groceries. Better not have no meat in there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I try not to, unless I'm in a hurry. Go to self check at all. I want to talk to somebody when I
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
really do.
That's good. That's good. Badger, what do you think about that, man? Them asking you for a gratuity. You went through the self checkout lane. You did all the work. They asked you to pay. Do you want to? Would you like to tip 2%, 5%, 20%, or whatever of what you just paid for? Would you like to tip? Badger, is that too far,
Where in the world are they doing that at?
man? When you pay attention when you go through now, right before you pay, there's a screen that'll pop up and ask you for that. Would you like to tip? I know it's going on a lot around here. I don't know if it's going on in Texas, but I know it's going on here. I've seen it several times.
Man, they
What do you
probably
see?
shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they're actually a thing. Wow.
Come on, Badger.
Um, that kind of blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world are they programming them to do that now? Um, Now I know a lot of self checkouts. The reason that the self checkouts even exist is because people want them there.
Mm.
They
Not
don't want to deal with the
everybody.
cashiers no more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I mean, it's an option. You need to say yay or nay.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes at some points you go. I'm gonna use your store that you talk about a lot. Walmart. Sometimes you go to Walmart and they don't have a checkout person. It's all self checkout, and so you don't have an option at that point in time. It depends on what time of the day or what time of the night you go in there. Sometimes they don't have a person checking you out at all. You got to go through that self checkout.
Wow. Yeah, boy. I guess we don't shop Walmart a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like the absolute last option kind of place.
That's
So,
me. That's me too. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. But go ahead, brother.
but it's just one of those things with the self checkouts, they're more and more common. Matter of fact, about a year ago, a grocery store they called Brookshire's got self checkouts, and all of the old people hate it. Younger people love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones in between are 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because but it asking for a tip,
Mm-hmm.
what is this about?
Exactly. Stay right there for a second. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what do you say to this, brother? They're asking you for it. You did all the work. You scanned everything, you bagged everything. Now you get ready to pay. And when you get ready to pay, there's a window that pop up. Would you like to tip? Would you like to give a gratuity? 0%, 2%, 5%, 10. Oh, I think it's up to 20%. Would you like to give a gratuity? Man, are they going too far?
Way too far. Asking for a tip. I mean, I understand why they're self checkout machines because, just like people don't want to work in fast food, don't nobody want to bag your groceries.
Mm-hmm.
They're your groceries,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not condoning it because I really think it's silly. But, a lot of people don't want to wait in line for a grocery. Sometimes you get a checkout person who is as old as Jesus, and they take forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know with me and my wife, we can go through self checkout, and I can be in and out of there faster than the cashier blinks. That's just
Mm-hmm.
me. But people don't want to work fast food, so they don't want to work at a grocery store bagging groceries either, because the pay isn't what they want or what they
Mm-hmm.
feel they're entitled to. Then there's the other side of that coin too. Asking for a tip, that's ridiculous because, like you said, you're bagging the groceries. So how about instead of asking me for a tip, you just give me some coupons off of my food? You keep upcharging on the food because of whatever's going on out there in the world, inflation or fake food shortages, and then you want to charge me extra for all this food. Like, that stuff drives me nuts. Go in there and get a whole grocery cart for $200. Now you go in there for $500, come out with nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's maddening, but I really think it comes down to people's attitudes. Like, I could see multiple reasons for people not wanting to be a grocer. They don't want to bag your groceries, and they don't deal with your funky attitude neither.
Mm-hmm.
You come up there and you got an attitude like they're the ones that brought in the food and put it on the shelf. Like, some people need to learn how to respect other people. And that's probably why they put in machines, because machines don't have to deal with your crap.
Yeah. Machines don't have any emotions, and they're not gonna sit there and have no conversation with you about what is this and what is that. But at the same time, my issue is why do you want me to tip a machine that I'm doing all the work on?
I don't know why they want you to tip a machine. Maybe it's a coding error. I don't know, man. that sound too far fetched for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Let me go to what we got. Our brother Pete. We got a couple of people on the phone line. Brother Pete, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, DKM Radio Family Channel. Listening on it. How y'all doing this morning?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Asking a question, man. We're talking about you go to the and you know, I'm sure you've seen it here in Atlanta, but you go to a couple of places to do the self-checkout lane. Let's say a grocery store, self-checkout, and you scan all your stuff, you bag all your stuff, and you about to pay, and they have the audacity to have a screen that come up before you pay, asking, do you want to tip 0%, 2%, 5%, whatever, and you did all the work. It's self-checkout lane, but yet and still they want you to tip the self-checkout lane. Pete, are they going too far with that?
Yeah, they're going too far with that. They want us to tip a machine. That's ridiculous. You can't have it both ways. That's the American way, though. You know, have your cake and eat it too. If you're gonna do away with the human factor, I'm tipping the machine.
Yeah.
So I'm just contributing. You charge like my dear brother just said. We already paying top price for this stuff, and then you want us to turn around and tip you on top of that? That's just going straight to the corporation. What is it? A business, a fee, a processing fee for the computer. I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
Who comes up with this type of nonsense? If anything, they should be giving us money off.
Exactly.
For being a temporary employee. I mean, what kind of?
I said.
Make sense.
I joked earlier, but it was slightly serious as well about maybe I should send on my W-2 at the end of the year because I've done all the work. I've come in here and I've done all the work, and now you want me to tip you? I did the work. I bagged it up. I scanned it. I bagged it, and I took it out to my car. But go ahead, brother.
Part-time manager around here, man. Come on, man. You want me to do this for free and turn around and pay you?
Exactly.
How much they charging per bag? Because in some states they charge for the bag. 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents for the bag. So you got to have your own, reusable bag.
Exactly.
To the grocery store. Right. So take that charge off then, since you bagging it yourself.
Exactly. I think in this instance right here, man, I think they're absolutely going totally too far. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, I can comply. How everybody doing this morning?
Hey, doing good. Rico, what do you say to this, man? And have you seen this where they ask you for a tip after you go through the self-checkout lane? They want you to tip. Like you do in a restaurant or something, I guess. But they want you to tip. You did all the work. Self-checkout lane, man. You scanned it. You pushed it up there in your cart. You scanned it. You bagged it. Now you're about ready to pay. And before you get to the pay window, they ask you, do you want the tip? 0%, 2%, 5%, 10%, up to 20%. Rico, are they going too far, brother?
They've been going too far. But that's the way profit and greed works. What they're doing, they pretty much manipulating our mental illness. Because they understand that we already participating in a system that they can't believe we even still cooperate. But the rat race and the rat study system has proven now that we are addicted consumers. But see, I'm cost conscious, so I will go to Walmart every now and then and buy certain things because it's cheaper. Sometimes I go to Sam's and buy certain things because it's cheaper by the unit. I buy in bulk. And so I saw it, I was like, man, they got a lot of nerve, especially being that this family is one of the richest families on the planet, according to the Forbes list, to the monetary system. The family is one of the richest families on the planet. And they're trying to find another way to make some more money. That's capitalism. Now, if you can mind screw people into participating in the system with joy, if you could mind screw people into being willing consumers, yes, I gotta have it. Yeah, it can easily work. And so now they just put another twist on it. They essentially what they're doing is it's almost like saying, hey, you came here to shop with us, now we're gonna charge you a little extra for doing it. You came here and you didn't utilize none of our customer service. You did it all on your own. It's so simple and automated and convenient. We're going to charge you a convenience fee. You know how many people charge extra now because you're using credit cards?
Wow. Yep.
But it's less transactions. You don't have to do anything But just swipe a card now, punch a few buttons, $5 credit card fee, transaction fee. Everybody trying to get their fingers in the pie. They trying to get a little bit out of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the system of capitalism. That's I mean, to know that people don't want to work these fast food jobs and they sucking at customer service. It's only because it's not because they don't want to work the job because the pay is not enough. It's because the pay isn't going up.
Mm-hmm.
And the corporations and the Walmart family, the Walton families, all these people, the Jeff Bezos,
mm-hmm.
they would rather lay you off than increase their pay and increase the pay. The whole time they're making record profits every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year their value goes up by billions.
Yep.
And then and these same people now trying to find another way to get some money out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, personally, I would rather have the customer service and human contact because if something goes wrong, I don't have to sit down and wait for assistance.
Exactly.
They can probably get assistance a lot quicker than I can. They know how to do this. They're more familiar with this if it's a repetitive thing. But this isn't something that I'm not used to if I have a technical malfunction. So I would rather have the customer service, but people love convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that we are human addicts. If we can get it quicker, we'll pay a little extra. Look at DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
You're already paying extra to go eat at a restaurant, you know, compared to what you can cook it yourself and make it for. You're paying probably about 5 times markup to go to a restaurant and eat.
Yep.
Then on top of it, you're paying another 5 times markup for somebody to come, go get it and deliver it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't make no sense.
Yep.
Especially if the restaurant is right down the street and you got a car in your front yard.
Mm-hmm.
You can use your own gas, but for convenience, people are willing to pay to be convenient.
Mm-hmm.
And so Walmart saying, well, since y'all want to have the convenience of ringing up your own stuff, let's see if we could get y'all to pay a little tip. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all will say you got to pay to play.
And see, and truth of the matter, Rico, I don't, and I won't. But a lot of people are putting a gratuity on top of that. They're actually paying a gratuity, thinking that, you know, it's something that they should or have to do. And it's just, man, look at they can. I can't even say it that way. They're getting played. They're getting played. I say that. I can't say it like that. They're absolutely getting played. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
We do live in a system where they say it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
So they figure you must have it. Go ahead and trick and pay this little tip since you're using this convenient little way to pay. You don't have to deal with nobody. You know, you can do it fast.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it so convenient? But sometimes you got to pay for convenience.
Mm-hmm. I also seen, and Tucson will come to you next, but I also seen situations, man, where you go to certain gas stations and they charge you more money. They're charging you more money to pay with your credit card than if you pay with cash, because they want that credit card expense that when it goes along, they want to push that onto you. They want to push that onto you, man. And so you go in there to buy their gas, their product, but now how you paying, cash or card? Or you paying with cash or card? Man, it's crazy how they doing this thing, man. Tucson, what's on your heart?
Yeah, I think it costs to be. I don't like to carry cash,
Mm-hmm.
and so, sometimes you got to go to your bank and get some money before you go to the gas station, or because they're gonna charge you. I'm talking about even the hamburger place.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care what it is. They charge an extra. I don't know if it's 1%, 2% for credit card transactions.
Yep.
And I said to myself, I just go by the bank before I get there.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I need to put gas in.
But that's wise to do that. But it can also be an inconvenience if you got to drive over down the street, all around the corner, go to the bank, then come all the way back just to get your product. You know, that's
exactly. Yeah, and then if you go to the bank, a bank that you don't bank at,
they're gonna charge you.
They're gonna charge you $3-4.
Yep.
To get your money out of that machine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we being tore up from the floor up. We enjoying the ride.
Mm-hmm.
No sugar. No kiss. But Lord have mercy. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, leave that alone. Well, you took a turn on us there, brother. You took a turn.
You know, I'll turn, but they put me out of church Sunday. So I ain't stunned them. No, but man, look, you'd be surprised how much money you spend trying to get either your product or service or extra just by being convenient.
Yep, exactly.
Here's a person that does the same thing you do, and you go into the convenient aisle, and you charge more for the same thing they get. And then you talking about get a tip. If you use your credit card, you're gonna pay more than that.
A lot, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we being, I put up there earlier the Jetsons. I didn't know it was gonna be so bad when we live in the ages of the Jetsons. But we getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then the thing about it, some people ain't got no money. Not much money,
Yeah, yeah.
But they didn't thought this thing out. Somebody would sit up and say, you know what? If I start a self-check, I could save money on hiring people. And at the same time, I could charge the customer more for nobody being there. Because I tell you what, some of these cashiers you talk to or people that's, how you go to McDonald's. I don't go to McDonald's too much because I don't know if their food is really beef or whatever it is. I think it's, they've had a reputation. But anyway, they got you press in buttons to get your order.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't modernize themselves and they charge you more. But when you go to some other restaurants, I went to I think it was a Wendy's. And I ordered my food and they say, pull up to the first window. I pull up to the first window, nobody there. So I went to the second window. You know what I heard?
What's that?
He act like he can't back up. Back up. When I went there, you wasn't there.
I'll put my car right in drive. I ain't paid nothing yet and pull right on out about my business.
And then here's the thing about it is right here. My wife said, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. They're going to put something in your food. So they don't like to say nothing. I say something. I don't care. I bless my food and keep it moving. But most of the time I do like you, Raheem. I say, look, first of all, let me speak to the manager. And if I pay my money, give me my money back.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, can you pull up? Wait a minute. I ain't come here. I ain't got nothing to do with the person behind me. Give me my food.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because they'll put some additives and preservative in your food.
Exactly. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what's on your heart, brother? They got to the point where when you pay for gas now, if you're not using cash, they're gonna charge you a little more money because they got to pay that. Now they got to pay that credit card fee, that processing fee. So why should we pay it? You don't want the gas. You pay it.
Well, it's called convenience fee because it's for your convenience. If you don't want to be convenienced, don't pay it. I mean, if you don't want them to help you out, and so you don't have to go to the ATM, spend the gas to get to the ATM, take out the money, drive back to the grocery store. It's a convenience fee. It's convenient for you. It conveniently increases their income as well.
Exactly.
It's a convenience. It's like when you go to the liquor store. You try and buy a little bottle of orange juice. It's $2 more expensive than at the grocery store. Because it's a convenience. Everything's based off, Rico say it all the time. It's all based off of pleasure, entertainment, and convenience. They make their money off of that because people want it now. Everything is right now. Gotta have it right now. Got time to go to the ATM. I need it now. Nobody has time for anything anymore. So they will pay that convenience fee. They will pay that tip to the machine that didn't bag their groceries.
Exactly.
And most people don't even check the receipt. That's what's funny, is they'll see that pop up on the screen and, oh, what's this? And they'll just press a number. And it'll come off of their card, and they never even looked. Because people don't have time to pay attention. They can't afford to pay attention.
Yeah. Exactly. Wow. And that's crazy, but that's true. That's absolute truth. Pete, talk to me, brother. Brother Pete.
I'm not paying if I can get out. I'm not gonna. I'm like them. I don't do the Uber list. I don't even trust somebody bringing food to me like that. So I'm not doing that. And you know, if I gotta bring my own bag, and I'm not gonna give you a tip. What else? You know, this is ridiculous. And like you say, those banking fees, that's been insane for a long time.
Yeah.
That's just the consumer not understanding the power they have, putting up with nonsense, charging you stuff just to charge you. I mean, it's an ATM machine, isn't it? So I mean, why is it so? Oh, it's outside of our network. Are you in the FDIC? You part of the U.S. Treasury? What are you talking about? You just Federal Reserve notes? You in the network? It's not making sense. So yeah, if I can get away from paying it, I'm not paying it. And like the conversations have gone, the greed, man. Good Lord. I mean, you got to squeeze every little piece of juice out the lemon. I mean, every little piece. You're going to squeeze it till there's nothing left at all. My goodness. How much? How much?
You're saving money.
CEOs of these banks.
See, and Pete, what it is,
look at
what it is, Pete, they're actually saving money not having a cashier there. So they're saving the money that way. Now you're bagging your own stuff, and now they want the money on top of the money that they're saving, not having a cashier there or a bag person there. They're saving on those two because you're doing the work. Now they want you to tip a machine that did nothing for you. Go ahead, Pete. Talk to me, brother. Make it make sense to me.
Come on, man. It don't. You cannot make sense out of stuff that don't make sense. Period. You just cannot. And it doesn't make sense. It's just pure greed. When we look at the amount of wealth that these, higher ups with these corporations have, it starts getting to a level of just being obscene and insane. I'm not against anybody making as much as they can off their intellect, their talent, their ability. Great. But if it comes at a cost of others, if it comes at a cost where it can injure others, then that's too high of a cost for us to collectively pay.
That's good. That's good. Zamora, talk to me, sis.
Nothing. I mean, really, there's not much more I can say to this. I mean, maybe you're paying that gratuity fee to these machines because maybe they're really sentient now. Maybe they're looking for fair wages. They're getting paid something. I mean, it's going to come a time at some point, maybe not in our lifetime, where that is a possibility for that to happen, where they are going to be aware and not just a machine used for our convenience. You know what I mean? So I'm just being funny with it, but truly, I mean, what other explanation is there?
That's why I was laughing when you said, I said, man, she being funny right now. She being so funny right now.
Yeah. It might even get to the point to where you might be nasty to that machine, and that machine's going to talk back to you and say some things.
What you call me? What you call me?
We're tipping them. I mean, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's crazy. And like I said, that's why Ryan and I have kind of swapped over to now. We don't have everything ordered and sent to us, delivered to us as far as our groceries are concerned, right? Like we'll go and we'll shop specifically for our meats because, Ryan is more of a stickler about that than I am, but he wants to pick out that quality meat himself because he knows what he's looking for and he knows what he wants. And I get it. I understand that. Right. But everything else that we order, it's like, man, I'm helping to pay for somebody to be able to get by doing that. Through them receiving those tips that they get from delivering our groceries. So why not? At least somebody is getting paid for some work And that's kind of how I see it, because they've done taken the jobs out of all of these grocery stores, out of a lot of the shopping centers now, unless you go to like Kohl's or one of the big, shopping areas. I'd rather it go to a human being that needs it.
Yep.
So, that's why we kind of have started switching over to just that delivery system, because it's going to somebody's family.
Yeah.
It's helping somebody. The machine don't need it.
Exactly. Badger, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
Well, I was sitting here, thinking about the tip thing, and you still got to dig to find out where the money's actually going when you tip these machines. But credit card charges, when you pay online for certain things or in certain areas, they're like, hey, we're going to charge you a something amount %, to cover for the credit card surcharge. And it's one of those things of just being aware, because they've been doing this pretty much since credit cards started coming out. And now they're everywhere. Most people use them. I'd say a high percentage of people use them. And there's always been these little extra charges here and there. Gas stations, you get cheaper gas if you pay with cash, but that also means you got to run by the bank. And depending on where your bank is, you're going to drive for a minute to get to a bank, at least where I'm at. So those are the pros and cons that we as a society has chosen for convenience by putting the people in power in positions that are in positions. So to be honest, the way I look at things is it's our fault, because we like to live in insanity for some reason.
Okay. Let me go to let me see who else we got here. Who I got? Rico. Let me go to Rico. Rico, what do you say to that, man? Is it our fault? Because I can agree with a lot of what he's saying right there. But is it our fault?
Of course, it's our fault because we participate. I choose not to participate. That's why I don't like how people can take certain words and causes and flip it around. I can remember when the Rainbow Coalition meant one thing, and the rainbow was the representation of the Rainbow Coalition and what it flipped to now. And so I look at this thing when people say about a woke culture. You don't want to be woke. They want to look at woke as being negative because other people have taken it and made their agenda the biggest part of it. But man, this is really the exploitation of sleep people. This is the exploitation of sheep. People that's really been distracted around, and they hooked on immediate gratification. So if you think you can go through the self-checkout a little quicker, well, we'll provide you this convenience. Yeah, come on in and out. Because I'm one of those people. I could go in Walmart, man, and I'm in and out of there in 5 minutes, man. I got everything I need because I know to go and look for what I specifically wanted to get. I ain't got to go window shopping or just browsing or strolling. I'm walking through that joker like I'm exercising, speed walking. Let me get what I need to get, because if I start looking at too much stuff, I'm going to start getting stuff I didn't come in here to get. I know how that addiction, how that dangling that carrot or that cracker, that ice cream in front of your work, when you start seeing, ooh, look at this and look at that, ooh, look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff in my pockets, my money just burning a hole in my pockets. I can't wait to spend. I can get some of these, I can get some of that, I can get some of these. They know we hooked.
Yeah. And ain't nobody doing anything about it.
Everything that can make things easier for us, and then we want to get it as quick as possible. So I ain't got time to stand in no line. But you standing in line and use the self-checkout.
Yep.
Now walking in and seeing a few registers with people walking behind them, and they look quicker now. I'm like, look at this. See, that's how I go. I go to Walmart. Guess what I do? I go to the electronics department and ring up all my stuff with the cashier back there. I don't even go to the front of the store no more. I like to get out of there quick too. But I ain't using that self-checkout because if something goes wrong, I don't feel like sitting there waiting on somebody to come fix it.
Yep.
I don't want to take the risk of being accused of not swiping something or not scanning something. So I'm gonna let them mistakenly not scan it. But I don't figure out the system. See, this is the thing about waking up, figuring out the system and realizing how that system is manipulating you, and then how you can manipulate it. If you want to continue to be that guinea pig, if you want to continue to be that consumer that loves that convenience, then they're gonna manipulate you into thinking that it's worth it to pay DoorDash $5 extra, to pay somebody $10 extra to deliver your stuff in Walmart. Well, you can just go in Walmart and do it yourself. Oh, but I don't like being around people and they got on masks and they ain't got on masks and they don't do this. And I'm not a people person, so I spend a little bit extra. But then at the end of the month, you're talking about how you're struggling. So it's all these extra little fees that we paying for convenience, man. In my mindset, in my mindset, I'm thinking waking up is the way of understanding how this producer and consumer thing works, and how addiction works, and how immediate gratification works, and how when we start thinking about slowing some things down or just being, I say cost conscious or using logic, some things we're paying for, we ship for, even water. We pay convenient. We pay for the convenience of having bottled water, and we find every reason in the world not to find a way to make our water out of our faucets good enough to drink, sterilize it. They got all kinds of little things you could buy to make your water pure, but instead we'll go to the bottled water. So this convenience fee, man, and this immediate gratification, this quick, fast, and hurry mindset, you know, you got to pay to play, and it ain't tricking if you got it. But sometimes you ain't got it like you think. But your desire to want it so quick will let you know, well, I got it right now. I'll make it back up later. That's an addicted mindset.
Exactly. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Anybody else got anything else they want to say on this convenient situation, man, or how they're pimping us out of our money, or do we just want to give our money away? Or we just, we doing so good, we don't care about giving our money away. We're gonna tip a machine, a self-checkout machine. We're gonna think because they say that it needs a tip. We're gonna go there. We're gonna push up to the register. We're gonna scan everything. Beep, beep, beep. Bag it up real nice and real neat.
You tipping the owners of the machine.
Yeah. That's what it is. Absolutely. And where does the money go? And when do they what limit is it? Okay, let's just look at it like this. What is the limitation? Is there any limitation as to how much of your money they're going to take? I promise you there isn't. Because as long as you continue to tip, they're going to continue to take it. They're going to continue to take it. And so it ain't like they can say, well, this machine needs this amount of money for its upkeep for this particular these amount of months. So when we get to that point, we're going to stop asking you for your money because we don't need it no more. You think they're going to do that? You think they're going to do that? Pete, talk to me, brother.
Holler at your local farmers and stay out of the GMO grocery store. How about that? It's next to nothing in there that's good for you anyway. Read the label. I mean, you got to soak your vegetables in vinegar and scrub them and all type of stuff just to get the film off of them. I don't know what we call them, anything that grows with a seed that don't have a seed in it. What is that? What kind of Frankenstein food are you feeding us? I mean, you're making chicken in the dish. You're making fish in the dish. What are you eating? Do you know? You'd be better to go back to your local farmer, go walk the ground, see how he growing it, right? And get you some real old-fashioned, true food. How about that? And you would be amazed at a change in the grocery store. The quality would come up, the service would come up, and the prices would go down. God bless America and no place else. How did that work out?
Wow. That's good. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
No, we done got played, man. And we don't even know how to turn it around. Can't turn it around. They done got used to taking our money, and we got used to giving it.
Wow.
I went to a think got a hamburger from a burger stand, and they say, we charge something percentage for if you got a credit. I say, don't worry about it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't checked my Walmart. I guess a Walmart. If I go to Walmart, I don't never check my receipt.
Mm-hmm.
Itemize. I know what I get because when my hands get full, I be heading to the cashier.
Yes,
But
sir.
I don't. If I go to the self checkout, I don't look at the receipt. I keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've been jacked and didn't even know it.
Many times over.
Yeah. So man, going. So I don't know, man. It ain't much. I just we live in this world that, hey, like I say, I'd rather use my card than get knocked in the head. Well, they knock you in the head and make you use your card at the ATM nowadays.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I just don't, it some of it is good, I think, and some of it, we just blowing money and complain
Mm-hmm.
about not having it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow. Absolute truth. Tucson, I'm gonna stay with you. I'm gonna go with this next topic. I'm gonna stay with you for a second. And I want you to tell me, what do you think? Most people, and we asked a question similar to this, and that's why I wanted to go back to it, because we actually said we was gonna revisit it, but it's gonna be slightly different anyway. What do you think most people want out of these three? Do you think they want peace of mind, they want wealth, or do they want love?
wealth. Straight to the bank. Take me to the bank.
Mm.
They think wealth will give them peace of mind when they see rich folk blow themselves in the head, jump off of high-rise buildings.
Mm.
And
Wow.
and what the last one? Well, love.
Love, yes.
I can love myself if I got a pocket full of money.
Wow.
Yes, you said most people.
Most people, yes.
Yeah, most people. It's about getting that bag.
Mm.
I mean, they got people neglecting their children that they say they love, trying to get that bag.
Mm-hmm.
If you expose yourself and people start watching you on social media, they start paying you, right?
Pimping.
Pimping them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't you call me no hoe. Oh, really? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Lord.
Yeah, but peace of mind, that's the last thing we're looking for in these days.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the uproar. Everybody upset about something. Everybody got issues.
Wow.
Nobody looking for a piece of what? Mine. Who mine?
Mm-hmm.
Mine or yours? That's too much of a sacrifice. You talk about a sacrifice to get peace of mind in this uptight world.
Something ain't right.
Man, look, we talk about mass shootings and it happened again. It happened again.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you turn around, it happened again.
Yep.
One happened yesterday. I think it must have been yesterday. Again.
Mm-hmm.
So peace of mind, it ain't it. Love, what the world needs now.
Oh Lord,
is love, sweet love. You can't find that.
look here.
Nobody loves nobody no more. But talking about that money, let's just go for it, man. I'm telling you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot,
Wow.
especially if you're gonna pay me to not do nothing. How about that?
Exactly. Let me go to Badger. Badger, what do you say of these three? What do you think most people, now not Badger, but what do you think most people would pick? Peace of mind, wealth, or love?
Wealth.
Wow.
And I hate the fact I'm having to say that.
Wow.
Just look at our society. That's self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
because people think wealth is what will provide love and peace of mind.
Wow. Mm.
Just simple.
That's good. That's good. And it's a sad place, man. It's a very sad
I
reality to even have to say that. I feel you on that, Badger. It's a sad reality. But
I
go ahead.
it, it is an I was going to say unfortunate truth, yet I don't think unfortunate fits it anymore.
Mhm.
I think we have gotten so wrapped up in trying to survive that the other two are a lot less thought about in the way it used to be. You know, it's interesting coming from watching the transition just worse and worse, and now it almost seems like it's some old things are coming back because a lot of younger people are tired of the way things are, and they want to see more love and compassion for other human beings, but they don't feel like they have a voice. Now some of them have started mental health advocacy and different other ones trying to go, hey, we're in a messed up system here. And you'd be surprised at how many people we have run into that are like, yeah, but how much is that going to cost? Constantly, that is an answer. How much is it going to cost?
Wow.
Are people going to take advantage of it? People ain't working because welfare's paying them more. So what incentive do people have to work? Calling people lazy for being on all that kind of stuff when welfare shouldn't, in my opinion, welfare shouldn't give you more wealth than working a job. And if it is, that's a scary system.
Wow.
That
Wow.
really is. So,
Good deal.
but to live in this society, folks have adopted wealth as the main thing that they want.
Let's keep this thing going. Let me go to Zamari. Zamari, what do you say to this? What do you think most people as a whole want? Peace of mind, wealth, or love?
I have to say, I have to agree. It's most likely wealth that
Wow.
most people want. I mean, it's just a sad reality. It's the world that we live in. Money makes the world go round, yada, 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 so on and so on and so on. Money can buy you happiness, money can buy you love. And then you got the other songs, right? That you can't buy love. Well, people try. People try. Personally, for me, it would be love because love brings that wealth into my life. Wealth, unfortunately, as we see it, when we hear that word, it's it's money. It's a financial gain for us, right? But for me, it's more than that. So love would be at the top of my list because love brings me wealth and it brings me peace of mind. I have security. I have someone I can spend my life with if I'm talking about my partner. I have my children. So for me, it's a whole different dynamic. I see it differently. I would love to have money. Sure. Who wouldn't? There's 1,000 things that I could do, 1,000,000 things that I could do if I had the means to do it. But it's definitely not at the top of my list of things to obtain.
Exactly. Rico, peace of mind, wealth, or love? What do most people want?
It's obvious most people want wealth. And it's financial, economic, monetary wealth. It ain't health.
Yeah.
I like the wealth of health. But the thing is, it's sort of going back to that being hooked on convenience. I mean, right now people think that money can buy anything. Money, money can't buy you segregation. If you like solitude, you can buy an island. Go, how many people say, man, if I hit the lottery, I'll buy me an island and just get away from everybody. They want to live in exclusion. So money can make that happen. And that gives people the drive and motivation to do that, because you can get people to work for you. That way you don't have to get your hands dirty. And now you can even buy a robot wife. You see what Elon Musk been doing?
Yeah.
People been buying robot dolls and stuff. They don't have to worry about girlfriends. You don't even have to go out on a date no more and meet nobody face to face. You just get online and get on this app and go to Plenty of Fish and go throw your cash and reel out there and grab something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, right now people want the money because it costs to do Plenty of Fish. It costs to do all this stuff. Man, people want that money. It really lessens the stress, you know. And Badger really hit it on the head. We've been manipulated into having this thing as a necessity, as a desire, because of the cost of living. The cost of living has created a desperation for survival. So when you're desperate to survive, every time you turn around, somebody see an opportunity to make some money. Supply and demand. Oh, somebody wants some of that? You can make some money off of that. Hey, boy, you can make some money off of that. Hey, what you doing with that right there? You know what? You can make some money off of that. Because they know if they get that money, it can make everything easier. But then some people say more money, more problems.
Yep.
Because guess what? You got desperate people. They can't avoid the costs of living, who have now become desperate to survive and finding any type of way to get that cost and just justify it. So right now, people will do something strange for a little piece of change. Right now, the dope boys and the dope dealers and the pimps wasn't looking too attractive, but right about now, you'll get your reformed drug dealer. You might even date your OnlyFans girl. Oh, say she pimping herself out and then making y'all pay to watch it. And that's good because she made $2 million last year. Let's make her famous. Look at her, y'all. She getting it. She's successful. Why is she successful? Because she was able to afford to be able to survive.
Wow.
She found a way to make herself wealthy so she could do all the things she want to do. So look at her, y'all. She made it. It ain't nothing in this world she can't do now. She got all the money she needs. Then look at her being nasty. That ain't nasty. Ain't nothing wrong with that music. Ain't nothing wrong with them rappers. Them boys making money. It's just music. It's just video games. It's just, come on. Everybody okay if it makes some money, because you can do so much in your life if you get that money. You know what I'm saying? They got us dependent. We are behavioral addicts, and we are dependent on all these manufactured goods to survive.
Wow.
Desperate to survive. So every time when you're desperate to survive and you got to pay a cost to be able to survive, you're always going to be looking for a way to use whatever means you got to use, you have to pay with to get that. Right now, everybody looking for anything there's a demand for. Put a number on it.
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. We're asking the question this morning. Peace of mind. What do most people want? Peace of mind, wealth, or love? Peace of mind, wealth, or love? Ryan, talk to me, brother.
You're asking what people want, right?
Most people, yes.
Yeah, most people just want money. Money in a perfect scenario, money solves all the problems, right? So let's just get a bunch of money. Don't really work that way.
But is that reality?
No, that's not reality. Because one, most people ain't finna get their hands on copious amounts of money. And two, even if you do, it's more money, more problems. You know, you get more bills. You get more of them letters in the mailbox. You go out and buy more stuff than you need. You know, that's the problem with having the comforts of money, is you think it's never going to go away. most people don't manage their money right, and so they just go out and live lavishly. That's why you see these people win the lottery, they end up broke.
Yep.
Out on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So, money comes with its own subgroup of problems. For me, I'm looking for that peace of mind. Like Rico say, I'm looking to be isolated away from the rest of the population. Because I can live off the land. I know how to survive without cash. Do I like to have it? Do I like to buy items? Sure. Everybody does. But money is the root of all evil, as they say. It makes people greedy, makes people kill, destroy, cheat, lie. All of the negative labels you can put on something, money's right there next to it. There's not too many positive labels that go along with money, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. Pete, what do you say it is, Brother Pete? Peace of mind, wealth, or love?
I had a young brother, Ty, I had brought on. I'm trying to see if he wanted to say something.
Greetings, everyone. To your answer, it's wealth. And what we've been doing here at Human Agriculture Cooperative is assisting individuals learn about how they put the white tax on us on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really focusing on food and water, because those are the two basic necessities in life, besides, our love for God. And everything else is a want. So what we've been focusing on is that recapturing the wealth in our community, working within each other, building Black Wall Streets, building farms and grocery stores, because we all know all the the phrases, money is evil and everything, but money is only evil if you use it for evil things. But if you use it for positivity, and you use it for sustainability, and you use it for pulling your people together for a larger plan, then you can use that money for good.
That's good. Tell me about your organization, brother.
We are Human Agriculture Cooperative. We're a non-for-profit in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've distributed over 3 million pounds of food to several cities in the Midwest with the help of our partners, the Trump administration, Michelle Obama, and basically during the pandemic, when our city wasn't helping our community, when our city wasn't helping Indianapolis, Chicago, Evansville, Cleveland, and a couple other cities, we were right there providing thousands of pounds of food, healthy food, to help them through the pandemic.
That's good. That's good. And you are in Indiana, based out of Indiana?
Yes, sir. But we have a network of Black and white farmers that span all over the United States. And what we're doing is we're creating chapters of our organizations to teach our communities not only to work together, but also start working towards your own food. I mean, there's so many quotes that basically said, whoever feeds you is your master. We need to start being our own masters.
Absolutely. I want to catch up with you, man. I'm seeing I get your number, if it's okay, from Brother Pete, man, so I can actually get your call after the broadcast. But let me ask you this question as well. What do you think most people want? Do you think they want peace of mind, wealth, or love? Do they want peace of mind, wealth, or love?
Well, as I stated, it's wealth. Because we live in a capitalistic society, and everybody equate wealth to happiness. In reality, happiness is preparing your next generation. It's making sure that the descendants that you leave behind have all of the knowledge, which is the real wealth, have health, which is real wealth, have a race first mentality. That is real wealth for our community.
Good deal. Brother Pete, anything on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
Well, I had mentioned, I didn't mean to cut in, but I had mentioned about going and getting fresh food. I didn't want it to seem like I was just talking. We want to, give suggestions and then come right behind it with solutions. Because, what the listening audience doesn't know. I'm not a loudmouth talker. I'm a doer. In the background, what I say, I do. So, we're not talking theory and screaming out and hollering, it's a fire in the hallway. No, bro, I'm coming in with a gasoline set of dynamite and blowing this place up and setting it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just be clear. That's
Exactly.
what I had to say. But on that point, wealth
Wow.
on the point we talking about now, wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of where it is, wealth. Me personally, I don't necessarily value wealth over love.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Me personally, it's not. I mean, I got all the money, all the wealth, all the trinkets, all of that. Okay, what else I got?
Yeah.
Because if I don't have my health, the wealth is gonna leave. If I don't have somebody to share it and enjoy it with, I'm gonna be here by myself with all the best of what I'm gonna share with my dog, my goldfish, my favorite parakeet. I mean, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drink myself to sleep, smoke myself to sleep, inject myself, snort myself. You know, when I'm partying here, wealthy all by myself. Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm. And I know the reality of that particular question that I asked, and I know the reality of it is a lot of people, most people, quote unquote, most people are going to lean more towards that wealth. But man, how valuable is peace of mind? How valuable is having a peace of mind, man? And you know that love is beautiful, and we all love love, but peace of mind is something, man, that a lot of people live their whole life and never even touch on. Never even touch on a piece or a part of that. Zamari, what do you say to that peace of mind?
What about it?
How valuable is it? How valuable?
It's extremely valuable. Without peace of mind, you really don't have anything else. You're going to be walking around in this world dazed and confused, I guess you could say. You know, you're not going to have any. You're going to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be angry. You're going to be bitter. You know, I feel like, and I think that's what we see a lot of in our society now is a lot of angry, bitter, unfulfilled individuals because they have no peace of mind and they don't know how to obtain it, where to obtain it, what to do to obtain it. You know, which again is why now we're seeing a lot of people who are trying to find ways to get that through therapy or you know, different things.
Do you think most people actually realistically, do you think most people know what peace of mind even looks like?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, because it's like we've been talking about even on here today and many times before, where we're so busy. We're busy. We've got A through Z that we're doing daily, weekly, monthly. Mm-hmm. By the time we get home and have time to kick up our feet, it's time for bed. Mm-hmm. And then we wake up and we do it all over again. There's no, and my husband especially, like most men I'm sure on here who have that job, you know, that full-time job. And then if you have kids on the weekends, you're doing things for the kids, with the kids, about the kids, buying for the kids, buying for the wife, helping the wife, and vice versa, you know, the wife helping the husband, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It just never ends. There's no silence to the noise. Mm-hmm. And it's very hard to find that peace. Me, I'm lucky, right? Because I get to stay at home. I get my peace of mind throughout the day while my kids are at school and whatnot. But I tell you what, even with that, it's like as soon as they come home from school, sometimes it doesn't feel like I've had 5 minutes. There are days where it just doesn't feel like that. And so that's why we have to find our outlets, whatever that outlet is. Like Rico goes for his walks, his runs, you know, and he talks about how that helps to center him. Yes. So we have to go back and find what our center is to help keep us grounded, to help us with that peace of mind that we're searching for and longing for. And without it, ultimately we're lost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Whoa!
Raheem, good morning, Morning Glow.
Good morning. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, Raheem. Good this morning.
Good deal. We're asking a question, and I'm gonna give you 2 parts. First, I want to know your answer on this. What do you think most people would rather have of these 3? Peace of mind, wealth, or love?
Well, I can only answer for around the circles that I've been in and I see around me. And most of them that I see around me, they rather have money.
Mm.
So they rather have the wealth. And I say that because I see their movement, their direction, the way they go, how they put their priorities in order, and they put their priorities in over love and other things that are peace of mind versus money. So that's why I said that.
Mm-hmm.
So I could say that just with the people I know. I couldn't say everybody, but just mostly, and like my young nephews and nieces and cousins, and even some of the older family members. I can't understand. Here you are, you in your 70s and 80s, and you still trying to save all you could save. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's why I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, because now, I mean, you should be living right now. I mean, come on, enjoying life to the fullest, getting yourself some peace by taking vacations or something. That's why I say that, right?
Now, whatever happened to, because I value money is good, love is certainly good. Everybody want love. But what about peace of mind, Willa? What about having that peace of mind where you just at ease, peacefulness? What happened to that? Why don't people want to obtain that anymore?
I believe people do want to obtain it, but the key thing is a lot of people just don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Even an introvert or somebody who's in a solitude area will want that peace of mind. But see, what happens is there are so many things going on in our lives. Zaria said it right. You got to find that place in your life, because ain't everybody the same. What brings you peace, Raheem, may not bring me peace.
Mm-hmm.
What brings other people peace, because a lot of people have learned now to do yoga or learned how to meditate in life. That's what I see. People are trying to be more healthy, not only healthy with their body, but healthy with their mind, by the way they eat, with what the things that they eat. So I believe that it's just that they don't know how, to even, you could even take somebody that's working an office job. They don't know how to put things in order where they delegate responsibility to others. They try to all do it themselves. Now, when you got that kind of life, and Raheem, I believe you got that kind of life, where you got so much going on that you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that, you're thinking about this, when there needs to be some delegation, something you delegate somebody to do it, put it in order, put it on paper, put things in order where this comes first and this comes second. And that way it kind of gives you a peace of mind. But sometimes, like I said, we get so involved that we got so much going on that we can't even sleep. I got a daughter. She's not my biological daughter. She's my daughter-in-law. She's in real estate, and now they're putting her in a magazine. She never gets the sleep that she needs. And I don't worry about that, but I pray about it for her. Because when you worry, that's even another silent killer. So that's what I wanted to say. That's what I want to put out there, Raheem. That's what's on my heart.
Good deal. Good deal. Badger, talk to me, brother.
Peace of mind is obtainable in this crazy world, but it takes a lot of work. Learning to be balanced and be thankful for what you do have and not for what you don't. We deal with a lot of interesting human beings in positions that can affect our everyday lives. And it's very tough. When I first hopped in here, I was talking about what the budget that the Republicans are trying to push right now for 2024, and it's frustrating. Yet I acknowledge that the wildness of what we are having to deal with as the human population of America, dealing with these people that are in these positions, we have each other. Yet at the same time, people get so focused on themselves, their household, that they forget about other people. There's less community values, you know, it's harder to trust people because of all kinds of different situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a dog eat dog world, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse.
And how do you find your peace in the midst of all that chaos?
I have a loving wife. I have 2 amazing kids. And within all of this nonsense that is going on, a way is always provided for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just got to be calm, not let the anger and consume me.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And that's a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like talking about yoga, talking about going to therapy and different stuff like that. Those are all ways to figuring out how to keep the mind calm among the turmoil.
Mm-hmm. That's
To be
good.
able to make clear thoughts, clear decisions without overreacting to certain scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
So once again, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Once again, it comes down to education, the teaching of morality, the teaching of be responsible for yourself and to others. All of that plays a role. And until those truly come back into everyone's lives, I don't think I don't know when I'm going to see a change.
Good deal. Good deal. Keeping this thing going. The number 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking the question this morning: what is more important to most people's lives? Peace, wealth, or love? Peace of mind, wealth, or love? Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, you asked a question about peace. And, you know, the reason why we don't see a lot of peace going on because a lot of people don't know what peace looked like.
Exactly.
Peace is a little too slow for some people. They have to sacrifice wanting to do some things that's exciting and fun and entertaining and makes them laugh. And this, you know, this dopamine that we need to the brain. Sometimes it's hard for people to just want to sit down and just say, hey, let me take a break and get away from everything. You know, sometimes I feel like COVID was like something that was spiritual. I sort of felt something like that was going to happen before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
How I was seeing, you know, a lot of chaos. People were going crazy and fighting over the chicken sandwich at Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just seeing this mindset of zombies and sheep and addicts. People dependent on dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dependent to get that dopamine moving. Ooh, I heard that chicken sandwich was fire. Is it good? Yes, good. It's good. I gotta have one. Gotta get me one too. Gotta go on a chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich. Somebody got killed over them chicken sandwiches.
Yep.
I said, man, something that the world got to slow down, man. We too codependent, man. Everybody acting like dope fiends and junkies. They looking like Samuel Jackson on Jungle Fever.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta have it. And they don't care how bad they make themselves look and what kind of example they leaving for the children that's watching them. So the children ain't seen what peace look like. But then we sit back and talk about the good old days before we even had air conditioning. And when the cable used to go off at midnight and they played the Star Spangled Banner. And families didn't have no choice but to sit back and have weekends together. Because stores didn't stay open 24 hours a day. And if you didn't go to the grocery store on Saturday, then you was out of luck on Sunday because everything was closed. It wasn't about business.
Mm-hmm.
And the cost of living went to the point where you got to get it to survive. But then you got some communities. See, we forgot about how important the priority is of the human community. We forgot how important it was to realize how much of a priority it is to realize that we are a part of this universal connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I always say, you know, man, we we have I hate to say we have an Amish mindset. I want to say the Amish community model. They survive within this system and they profit and capitalize off of it the best, but they don't indulge or get dependent on the things that they don't need to. They're so self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So that's why I was glad the guy that came on talking about the farmers. So we speak about this all the time. I encourage the young man to start his own little garden. This woman that was following when I used to read books online every day. She had a grandson. They used to sit back and listen to him. I mean, all these different people was like, man, my children be listening to you. And he asked his grandmama to help him start a garden. He was like 7 years old.
Yep. That's good. That's good.
Because it started making sense. You know, why should we go and pay for this convenience when all we got to do is just slow down, take the time out to realize that our own survival is the most important thing. We could sacrifice a little bit of time, a little recreation and fun, just to go ahead and grow it to ourselves and cook it ourselves and make it a family thing. You know, because we know what it was like when it was peaceful, when it was less mass shootings, when it was less conflict. We 70s babies.
Yep, exactly.
Our grandparents gave us that peace. Even though the little conflict, even in the Amish community, they have a little conflict every now and then. But for the most part, they don't have the crime problems that we have. They don't have the murder that we have. They don't have all the chaos. And we didn't have as much chaos in the past. But see, that was slower times. And now things are more exciting and people are finding more interesting things to do, which is disconnecting them from the basic priorities of survival and peace in the human community, because the human community can't live without peace.
It's good. That's good. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. It have to exist, and that's why my thing was whatever happened to peace of mind. That's why I wanted to go there. I gotta say good morning. My mom, she's watching this morning. Good morning, baby. Love you. Definitely good to have you watching us this morning. But we're gonna keep this thing going. I want to go right now. I think I got somebody got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller?
This is 860 number?
Yes, sir. Now, who is this?
How you doing? It's VP. How you doing? Good morning.
What's up, man?
Bless.
Hey, good to have you, brother.
Man.
Good to have you, man. I ain't heard nothing from you for a minute, man. Good to have you back with us. We asking a question. What do you think most people want? Peace of mind, wealth, or love?
Oh. What a doozy. I think what people want, because we've been programmed to kind of do that way, I think most people want wealth. Because then they think that brings peace of mind, and they think it brings the love that they need. But it's usually just a leeching factor to keep you looking for more wealth. But I would think most people want wealth out of the system, even though you need the peace of mind, like Rico was just speaking on. And love is such a fickle word. It's the actions of it that demonstrate it more. And that's too hard, I think, for people in today's society, where we have this me, my atmosphere, where the Joneses is not even enough anymore. So having people wanting love is not something that they can truly display, because it's so easy. They use love like life. Yeah. When you haven't had anyone test your love, that's when you really realize it. Like a mom's love to a son, where you can go and rob a grocery store and she still lets you live in the house. That's a different type of love than when a person can't admit that neither one of them are happy with how the relationship is going, so they both go benefit on their own and come back, admit it, and not that same love ain't the same. So now you got to figure out. I think people are looking for wealth because they feel like you can buy your way into what you need to do. Even not taking them, I don't want to, I will. More people will go to a church that looks more wealthy than one that shows the community love.
Yeah. Wow. That's true.
So I think that's just how we've allowed society to take us that way with losing. You know, I was talking to me the other day. I was like, it amazes me how we don't get upset about this about the money factor, because it's invisible. You know, there's no tangible real money. Like I tell her, the World Trade Center, they say they lost $2.1 trillion, and the next day they hit it, and nobody else asked about the $1 trillion because now we had to be heroes and warriors for America. So you got to not take this system of wealth and think that's what's going to give you that. Like, I'm moving, and I ain't got the most money, but I'm moving on the goal that God's gonna give me there because He told me not to worry.
Exactly.
Not because I had everything already set in place, because man can make his plans, but if God is gonna let it carry through.
That's good. That's good.
Without the wealth, without the knowledge of understanding wealth can take you so far, because billionaires become billionaires and then they try to become trillionaires because it's still not enough. If Bezos show you enough wealth, your wife will take half of it and become rich.
Wow, that's good. That's good. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Start. Talk to me, brother. Whatever happened to the peace of mind or the desire to have peace of mind?
It's hidden behind the thriving for wealth. If I can just get it, I'm good. But you ever just sit and on purpose try to do nothing? When the last time did you just sit? I'm not asking you.
Yeah.
But and on purpose made an effort to do nothing. Man, I wouldn't even know when that was. I'm trying that right now. Trying not to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. Just for the sake of peace of mind.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the price of peace of mind? It's actually priceless. And you sure enough can't buy love. Can you have love and peace of mind? Do they go together?
I was about to be silly, brother. I was about to say some men would say no because the woman gonna always nag them. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I ain't said that out loud. Go ahead.
It's out there now. I mean, you I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that one. Yeah, but you can't find, I don't know, looking for love, there's no peace of mind. There's a lot of drama in looking for love.
Yeah. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to let you keep on with that?
No, we're gonna stop it right there.
Just yeah. Who's looking for peace of mind these days? Well, last time you heard a person say, you know what, I need peace of mind. But they're on their way to go get something.
Yep.
And running from love. Lord have mercy.
Tell the truth.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm talking about most people, a lot of people, it seems like, because it's all hidden behind a value for something that's valuable, a tangible thing. You can't, it has to be tangible. You got to be able to put your hand on it. And so, man, I would, my heart is broken to this morning. This is my last day sharing with y'all for a while. I got to go back to work. I've been enjoying myself for about 2.5 months. Getting up when I want it. It's retirement. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I can, but I'm not going to do it just yet. But this recovery that I've been doing, it had me sitting at the house doing nothing. But you know what I gained through all of that? Some peace of
Hopefully,
mind.
peace of mind. There you go. There you
Some
go.
peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to go worry about, trying to go get that bag. All I had to do is wait on the mailman.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful life. All of you retirement people, I'm not envious of you, but I just want to be just like you.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me go to Pete. Pete, what's on your heart? Hey, Pete, our brother still with us?
Yes, sir, brother Ty. You want to say something?
Brother Ty, let me ask you this question.
Greetings. Yes.
What happened?
Okay.
What happened to the pursuit of peace of mind? Have this whole like it was been said, has this whole search or strive or trying to get that wealth, has that overtaken the peace of mind aspect? What do you say? What do you say to that?
Well, I think if you look at most of the religions, they're mostly teaching prosperity, about prosperity. They're mostly teaching about Paul, the teachings of Paul. Most of them are teaching about having your fruits on this earth. But so it's a rat race. Everyone is racing to get that wealth to obtain that quote unquote peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, when the brother was just talking about retirement, I'll date myself. I'm 49 years old. I believe I have more years behind me than I do in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan is to I don't think I'll ever have quote unquote peace of mind in this evil and negative world. But what I can do is I can strive to change certain narratives in the farming industry, diversity and equity. Educate our young people, educate our mentors about attacking this system like we used to. So when you say peace of mind, me personally, brother, I don't think I'll ever obtain it because it's the pursuit of change for the future. If we keep waddling in this world and this pursuit of quote unquote peace and wealth, what we're going to do is we're going to be asleep for the next generation, and the next generation is going to have a hard time.
Wow.
So I tell people, stop looking for a peace of mind and start doing the work for the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Pete, that's good, brother. Pete, talk to me.
I can't come behind that.
Yeah, you up, brother. You up the bat. Come on. You gonna strike out or you gonna swing the bat?
I mean, my response would be real close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be real close. I mean, we're talking about peace of mind is priceless. You can't put a price on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think by default, many find peace of mind. They're not even looking for it, but they get in a divorce or that somebody dies, some type of tragedy happens, and then they end up in a place that actually turns out to be peaceful.
And
it's just like, whoa, this really is not as bad as I thought. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Never
even knowing that, the blessings of it. But
yes,
peace of mind, you can't put a price on peace of mind.
Exactly.
You need money to survive in this world, right? To do things in this world. Hopefully you have somebody that sincerely cares about you and equally cares about you like you care about them. Love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But, too much of anything and not enough of something, these things have value in their proper context.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let yourself go too far to the left or too far to the right. You know what I'm saying? Because then what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it going? So you got all the money. Now what?
Yeah.
You're the most loved person in the world. Now what? You're the most beautiful person according to the most people in the world. Okay, now what? Because we know that ain't going to last forever. But come on, now what?
Mm-hmm.
So all things in proper context and realizing what this whole concept is about. We should enjoy this life.
Yeah.
We should be showing love for ourselves, having love, possessing love, and regard for ourselves, and showing it for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Until they show us something different where we can't. That's what we should be on. Now, if you wealthy and you able to do your thing and enjoy it, great. And hopefully, if there's somebody that has a need that's not gonna hurt you, to assist them, they're doing the best they can. It still ain't working, but man, go on, tighten that up. That's the love. That's the compassion. You see what I'm saying? That's taking what you have and doing the best with it for the greater good of the whole purpose. Now all that makes sense.
Yeah.
But just because you want to be the one over there with the most money,
come on.
And then how did you make the money? And how much damage came from the money that you made? If you just made the money, you didn't harm anybody, you didn't bring no devastation or death, man, congratulations, God bless you, right? But if you did this on the backs of thousands of people and animals and property and land and all kind of devastation to the earth and the atmosphere and all of that, and then you want us to be glad and grateful and happy that you're the most wealthiest person on earth, everybody should get a gun pointed at you and blow your brains out. You are worthless to the world. The world would be better without you on it. And we should take your stuff and divide it and give it to all those that need. And specifically the ones damaged in acquiring your wealth.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And see, come on, I can't come behind, man. Go ahead, man. Let me go to Willow. Willow.
Yes, right.
Got a question for you. Now, in this world that we're creating, you have absolute peace of mind. You have all the money that you could ever spend. And you certainly have your husband, and y'all have all the love that anybody would want. Somebody come to you and say, look at here, you got too much. We have to take one of these away from you. Either your peace of mind will be totally gone, your wealth, you don't have any money left, or your love would be gone. Which one would you dismiss?
They have to take one of them away from me.
Yes, one of them. Either your peace of mind, will be gone. Chaos is coming, total chaos, or your wealth. If you select your wealth, you have y'all no longer have any more money at all, or the love. You have to pick which one.
I'm gonna say my wealth, Raheem, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say that, because that's tangible.
Yes.
That peace of mind, you can't pay or buy that. Nor could you pay or buy for love. All those two things are genuine. Peace and love, they're genuine. But money is tangible. You can always get that back. You can have the money. And that's why I said that.
Okay.
Because that's tangible. You can always get that. So no, that's what I give up, Raheem. My money.
Okay. That's good.
That's it.
That's good.
That's what's on my heart.
Zamari, same question to you. One of them have to go. You have to give up one of them. Which one are you dismissing?
What are the? I'm sorry. Which ones?
The same three that we was talking about. Either you're gonna get rid of you have these three in abundance. You have peace of mind, you have wealth, more money than you could ever spend, and you and your husband absolutely have love. But they say you have too much. You have too much. You have to dismiss one of these. If you dismiss the peace of mind, there's going to absolutely be chaos. If you dismiss your wealth, all your money is gone. Or the love, if you dismiss love, the love that you have for each other would be gone. Which one are you dismissing?
Man, I'm getting rid of the love. No, I'm playing. Nah, it's absolutely the money, because you can always make more. You can always make more. Okay, you're giving up your comforts, you're giving up your way of life, everything that you've earned, however much in abundance you have, right? You can always make more, dude. Whatever, take it all. That's fine.
Wow.
I'm not giving up my peace of mind or the love that I have in my relationship. Nope. I'd rather live in a cardboard box.
There you go. Now watch this. Ryan, which one you giving up, brother? Oh, I think we might have lost Ryan. We might have lost him. Okay. We might have. Rico, which one you giving up?
Man, what's the option to this crazy scenario again?
Man, don't be calling my scenario crazy, man. What are you doing, man? It's peace of mind. You have you have absolute peace of mind. You have all the wealth, all the money that you'll ever spend, and you have the love of your life. Somebody come to you and say, one of these have to go. You got too much, man. You got too much. One of them have to go. Which one are you dismissing? The peace of mind, whereas chaos is coming, the wealth, whereas all your money is gone, or the love of your life?
Oh man, the money would be easy. The money would be easy. I mean, I'd rather have, if I gotta have chaos with that money, then what I'm saying, nah, I don't want all that chaos. Man, I'm glad that brother came on, man. Even though he said words of saying words before I get a chance to say them. I want to bring up that rat race, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's really the system that's in place. You know, I was glad to hear from VP too. You know, this is a system we live in, a man-made system that has us needing to meet these requirements to survive. Cost of living. I mean, just think about, you know, the hypocrisy. I ain't gonna say the contradiction between the two words, or just the oxymoron between it. Paying a man-made cost to live, cost of living. You know, and those are the conditions that we live in. You know, when I was young, I noticed how people used to have to work till they were old, and then after it seemed like after they, you know, retired or whatever, they would, you know, die. I was like, man, so wait a minute, y'all telling me I got to go to school for 12 years, then I got to go to college for a certain amount of years, then I got to go and work. And then after I go to work, then I probably ain't got but 9 or 10 years of my life just to live and do me. Like, man, I don't think God wanted us to do this, man. What man done created? Hold on, how did it start? This ain't been going on forever. It didn't make sense to me. And then I started noticing about how kings live better and hearing these long old ages that they live to. Everybody that had man-made material wealth and opulence seemed to have longer lifespan. They had better access to the better things of the qualities of life. And I was like, okay, some man done came in and made you compete to survive. And this is out of order. I don't think this is the way it's supposed to go. So I've been a rebel against it since then. This business I was young. Because I was like, man, really and truly, at the rate that we're going and we doing all the work, and we got to keep on working like rats just to survive and feed our habits. I mean, this is a necessity, paying these bills for these conveniences like electricity and shelter, you know, taxes. If I got to work and do this all these years, I ain't gonna never be able to stop working. That means if I want to be able to even retire and be comfortable, I'm gonna have to get out here and push it to the limit.
Yep.
Ta-da. Nah, man, something ain't right about it. So then I started realizing how people start trying to find the easy way out. Well, I sell the dope. Well, how about I do this? How about I scam some people? How about I just tax some people? How about I just create? How about I create that? And supply and demand. Let's just find a way to get it. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. Go on to OnlyFans. You get it. And I just realized how we just been programmed just to survive, not only for our needs, but our wants. But then I realized sometimes you just got to be willing to sacrifice. You know what, man? Imagine hearing somebody in their 30s say that they didn't know gold came from the earth, but they got gold on their neck, gold in their mouth, but don't know gold come from the earth. I think I told that story a few years ago about how this grown man said that, oh, gold came from the earth. I said, gold? I said, diamonds, salt, and everything too. He said, diamonds come from the earth. I was like, what? And this guy had an influence on a lot of young men. I mean, he was what you would call an OG in the streets. Somebody that people looked up to because he had money. Didn't know gold came from the earth. I said, man, I can imagine if somebody was to actually start off a garden, help somebody, and then all of a sudden, after all this is harvested, they eat that meal, and then they find out that everything they ate, what they probably would spend $40 or $50 for, was something that they grew, and they didn't spend but maybe time and elbow grease. How much of a change that would make in some people when they realize that they could survive and only spend when it's needed, but at the same time not be so codependent, be more self-sufficient and practical in order to survive and manipulate this system. Because that's the way I look at it, man. I manipulate the system. I've been manipulating the system. And plenty of people have done it. You can survive in this system. The Amish do it.
Good deal.
The Amish community model. They manipulate this system to the fullest potential.
Good deal. Got to keep it going, Rico. Hold right there for a second. Let me go to VP. VP, what's on your heart, brother?
I like what Rico was going with it. If I was going to choose in the three, it's obviously going to be majority would be getting rid of the wealth, because if I got true love, like, you know what I'm saying, from a significant other, from a wife, a man will conquer the world. I tell you that much.
Yes,
and
sir.
you got the peace of mind. It ain't nothing that's blocking you from being successful. So you'll get the wealth back. That's not an issue. Or you got friends around you that won't let you feel broke. So I was thinking with this. So this is a true story, which goes into hand in hand what you're talking about today. So my best friends they make money. You know what I'm saying? Both prior military. If you know the VA system, they both get 100%. That's over $4,400 a month tax free before when it hits the bank. Plus they both got these jobs. So just roundabout number, they're bringing in $13,000-$14,000 a month. You know, after taxes. They get this money. Beforehand, they had love. Now I'm talking about some of the most loving. That's why they became my best friends. They was as real as people I ever met.
Yeah.
They had love. The girl had ambition. She wanted to be somebody, and she thought was gonna make it that way. He wanted peace of mind because he grew up in an environment where it was always chaos. So if he felt like he gave into what she needed to make sure they had the wealth to get what was going there, it would bring the peace of mind, and it would have the love, that continued love they had. But once she got the money, she changed. She looked at him as inferior.
Wow.
Even though they're both DA, both get that lump sum, but she makes a little more because she went and got a master's degree and all that stuff. It took a minute for them to get back into love because wealth overtook everything. They got the house they needed. They got the cars. They got all this stuff going on trips, but it was never bringing them any peace of mind because they had to, each time, even though they got it, they had to work harder to keep up the lifestyle that they just started. And then he finally figured out, with me and him together, I'm like, well, you need your love back. I don't care if you got to get stuff repoed. She has to see that you're losing your peace of mind with tearing the family apart. And through counseling and all that, they finally realized, the wealth wasn't enough. She took a lesser job. Now they're equal in pay. But now they have the peace of mind and the love to continue. Now because they lost their house and everything.
Wow.
Lost their house. It was an apartment. Within 4 or 5 months, they were back up in a bigger house. And we talking about the upper Marlboro area of Maryland. So this is the rich area of Maryland.
Yeah.
So always take your peace of mind because peace of mind will help you strategize to get back to where you was once before.
That's good. That's good. The good, perfect example. Perfect example right there. Joseph, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, sir, and good morning, Morning Glow family.
Hey, good to have you, brother. Good to have you. Peace of mind, wealth, or love? You have to get rid of one.
I get rid of the wealth. I get rid of the wealth.
Why so?
Yeah, I'm like Zamora. I get rid of the wealth. I can make some more of that. Yeah, I'm like I like what Rico said. I mean, this system is what it is. So that's how people are governed, by their appetite. They ain't gonna carry it out in front of you, and that's how the system controls folks. So I guess that's why the scriptures say, "Thou shalt have no other God before me," because He owns everything, created everything anyway.
Yeah,
these people think they own it, but they don't. I ain't seen nobody yet leave this earth take anything with them.
Nothing.
Yeah, so I'll let the wealth go.
That's good. That's good. Badger, talk to me.
So what was it that you were asking? If we could do without one?
Yes, one of them have to go.
I would say wealth.
Why is that?
Because I have a different mindset. I have more concern over community than I do finances. It's just unfortunately got to have finances to have a house or food, be able to have land. So it's just, to me, like, I'll look at I get into these conversations with different people quite often, and one of the things I bring up is our tax system and everything is supposed to go toward the people. It's supposed to help make sure things are available for people. It's supposed to cover schools, healthcare, and many, many other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, due to the greed of human beings, they only put like half of it towards what it's supposed to be. And it's hard to obtain it depending on where you live. So, wealth is so misleading. It can cause a lot of illusions and misdirections, especially when you worship it more than you do, the source or whatever you have
Is
chosen to
being
believe in.
wealthy a bad thing?
Your actions dictate that.
Okay.
Now, I know there are some people that have some wealth and they keep what they need, and the rest of it they give it to others.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where, to me, we can learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
However, they don't get publicized. They don't get near the airtime these other people do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the wild part. Like, you hear about these music artists that are buying labels and stuff like that because they're tired of supporting the system.
Mm-hmm.
They're wanting to let people know, like, hey, there is another way. And I have a lot of respect for that. So I don't see an issue with supporting another human being and things that we enjoy, like music or medicine, having to go to a doctor or a therapist or a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they serve the community in their own ways. It's when greed gets involved to such a degree that the moment a person puts money over another human being's life, that's a problem.
Good
That
deal.
is a very large problem.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, but that happens every day.
Mm.
So there you go. How's that working out for you?
Mm-hmm.
We've sacrificed the whole mission for that dollar. I don't know how well, even in our I'll call it the church, this prosperity message. Everybody want to get that bag.
I wanna be rich.
All the way to hell.
Yeah. Wanna be rich.
What did you just say, Donald?
I said all the way to hell.
He did.
I didn't stutter.
Mm-hmm.
If we are supposed to be accountable for our actions and we've turned aside and we rather believe the lie than the truth, then where's our destiny?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we're gonna have to give an account for our actions sooner or later, it's coming. And if we're gonna go as we should do what we supposed to be doing, and then I heard somebody say everything belong to God. Sure is. So he's loaned us a few things and held us accountable for our stewardship.
Mm-hmm.
Then if we're not doing like Pete, most people run their mouth about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about their seed planting, but if you look around them, ain't no fruits from the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner says, cut it down. So either we'll put dung on it and go back to working, or continue to run our mouth and talk about, at least I got mine. So, I mean, if I was to give up something, take the money. A fool and his money soon part anyway. And then it says, well, what shall a man give in exchange for his own soul? That we done sold out our soul to the devil. We don't call him the devil. We call him the man. Yeah. And so, I mean, we jacked up, and we out of control, and we don't know how to get it back. But if we go back to those two things that we got left, I think we'll be heading in the right direction. Peace of mind and love.
That's good. That's good.
Real quick, I'm sorry for just hopping in, but he said something that brought something up that I think needs to be said. In our society, we have been trained to fear those with money to such a degree that we will no longer challenge them.
Wow. Rico, what do you say about that, man? Because I'll challenge him in a minute, but I know what he means, though. I don't know what his point is. What's on your heart, Rico?
Say that again. What was that? You want me to answer that question? And what was that question again? I didn't understand that.
No, he was saying that a lot of times what happened is people fear people with money, and to the point where they will not challenge them. I said I'll challenge him at a drop of a dime, but I know what his point is. He's making a point that a lot of times if people got money, wealth, or different things of that nature, people are not going to challenge them on what they're doing and how they're living and how they're mistreating other individuals.
No, they're going to cater to them. I mean, man, have you ever seen where people with big money come into restaurants and then they don't have to pay to eat? And these same people probably won't let another person that come in there as a regular customer slide with 50 cents.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen people, celebrities, rich and famous, actually just get, praised and catered to. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the floor is yours. The door is open. When really and truly, they should be coming in buying the bar. Hey, everybody's meals on me. But it's the other way around. It's like people want to be associated with somebody that's somebody. Because if you got money, you must know something and you must be somebody. Because everybody has a desire to succeed. I mean, like I said, that's the model for success and the great American dream. A lot of people around this world ain't with that. In other countries, they ain't with this mindset. Because it creates more greed and opulence, and desire and drive and motivation to compete. And to think about yourself more than the impact you have on other people, to the point where you think it's okay to charge a tip on self-checkout. Hey, let's see if we can make this make some sense. Well, it might not make sense, but it makes money. Well, if it makes money, it makes sense. Why? Because they gonna do it. They gonna pay. Somebody actually came up with a temp service. A middleman to go to a job when all you really used to have to do was go to an employment office and get a referral and go straight to that job and work your. Now we got somebody that's gonna find a way to make you temp for 2 or 3 years. So we don't have to pay your insurance, but we still paying the same rate of pay. We don't have to pay raises, but we keeping you on that entry level. Well, now really you losing $6 or $4 an hour to this temp service.
Exactly.
Somebody always trying to find a way to capitalize opportunistic people. So who gonna confront those people when they can determine whether or not you're gonna get fired or hired, or whether you're gonna be able to survive? They might be able to give you an opportunity to have access to what they got. You might be able to start rubbing shoulders with them so you can have all the things in life that you desire to. So they get pedestalized. It's sad that material wealth puts people on, on a pedestal in mainstream society. But to me, I like to see 89-year-old women that can run up a hill. I put them on the pedal. The ones that actually still get out there in the senior life and run on the track and show you they still in good health, and they do push-ups and they jump up and show you that they happy and alive and healthy and they glad to be here. I put them on the pedal.
Exactly.
But the thing is most of the richest people on the planet, they live that long life that everybody desires. 99 and 98 years old. George Bush and the King and the Queen, look how long they live. I mean, who don't want to be able to afford to have the best of health care? Only if you can afford the best health care.
Exactly.
So no, I mean, a lot of time, man, you don't bite the people that got the money, because a lot of times the people that got the money are the hands that feed you. They determine if you're gonna get a job, if you're gonna get a raise. Be nice to me.
I see what I could do for
you.
you.
We might give y'all a raise.
I see what I could do for you. I see what I could do for you. Pete, talk to me, brother. Pete, you there?
Ty, what you got? Oh, he hung up. Okay. Well, I love peace so much that I would take all the wealth. How about that?
Go ahead. I see where you're going. Go ahead. Yeah, okay. I see where you're going. Go ahead.
How about that? That's about what we have today, ain't it?
Yeah.
He just said how long these wealthy people live. What's the difference? Is it the eating? Is it the exercise? Is it the wear and tear from working, stressing, the problems in life overwhelming you to the point that, stress, for real, y'all, stress creeps up on you and it does damage if you're not paying attention.
Yep.
It does damage to you. Too much stress. You may be weathering a storm, a full set of them, and not even realize the stress level you under with no outlet. It does damage to you over a period of time. You'll get to where you can't handle stress anymore. You become angry. You become depressed. You're snappy. You become cynical. Yeah, life ain't worth it in that way. All this stuff. Stress. Work on you. But don't the Bible say money solve all things or something like that? Don't it say something like that?
Yeah.
But I think we got to take that in proper context, because does it really solve all things? It might solve things financial. I can buy love, can I? Can I really buy your love?
No.
No. So it's good to have the means to live at your desired, sensible comfort level and enjoy this life. Many of us exist. We don't live. We just exist. By the time you go to work, come home, go to sleep, take care of your everyday maintenance, responsibilities, time is spent, and then you're in repeat mode. When do you actually live, though? And then as you're living, how much do you need to live? How much do you need to enjoy this life? To actually love yourself, love somebody else, have someone that truly loves you, and have that peace. All things in proper context. I'm not against anybody being extremely wealthy, being able to buy an island and all this stuff. Hey, that's what you were able to do. But in what context? You're an entertainer, a star, and you amass wealth, and you're able to buy an island. Okay, fine. You Jeffrey Epstein and you bought an island. We give thanks for his death.
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Zamari, talk to me, sis.
I don't know. I mean, not much more to say. He just said it the best way that I think you could, right? Come on now. You want me to follow that?
I do.
I can't follow that. I really can't.
Look, I call everybody up to bat and I pitch the ball. Either they're gonna strike out or they're gonna hit the ball.
I'm gonna throw it back.
I ain't never seen that happen before, sis. I ain't never seen that happen.
No, I don't know, man. Like this whole, I gotta still stand by what I said, right? No, take the money. I don't give two rats about that. Look, I've lived my whole life being poor or, okay, never rich.
Mm-hmm.
So money ain't no thing to me. It has no value to me. It really doesn't. I wish I had more. Sure. I would love to be able to supply more for my family, right? For my kids and all that. But is it necessary? No. But I love what he said. That's so thought-provoking, right? We exist. We're not really living. Mm-hmm. And that's true for a large majority of people. We're existing, not living. I don't even know if we know how to live. I don't even know if we know what that means truly, to live rather than just exist.
Exactly. And that's good. That's an excellent point. Joseph, talk to me, brother. Well, coming to you next.
I like what Tamara said. I mean, how do you live, every day trying to struggle really to stay ahead of the mechanism that is being put in place. As we say, the banks have the right to charge us all these fees, and it's another form of taxation, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. And there's no one to regulate them, in our government. The people that we elect, they end up getting in cahoots with these people because they finance their campaign and so on and so forth. The only politician I heard speaking on behalf of consumers is the likes of Katie Porter and Elizabeth Warren. Mm-hmm. They are fierce in terms of protecting consumer rights. And but it seems like you hear feeble voices in both parties when it comes to that. So I agree with Samara. We how do you live? I mean, you're just existing. It seems, you have to create some joy and happiness. You have to be very creative because if you do understand what is happening, I mean, it is enough to make you really feel bad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you got to be creative and create your happiness. I don't let nobody control my happiness.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
It ain't nothing but a system. Mm-hmm. It's man-made, and men are like me. They're faulty and they don't live forever. So I don't worry about them. Mm-hmm. I make my own happiness.
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Well,
Raheem.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
Raheem. I live here temporary. All this is temporary for me here. Because one day I'm going to live eternal. And I don't know what that's going to look like as of yet. Mm-hmm. But what I like about living here right now is that God has given me, he's given me the free will to choose.
Yes.
Now, everybody don't like to live the same way. We don't. We're different. We customize our own desires, the things that we like to do. So if you say you just exist, and then that's what you choose to just exist. I choose to live. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, don't nobody control that but me.
Yeah.
I choose. Some things that I don't choose, I still have to deal with. So you got to make up in your mind, like he said, I ain't let nobody steal my joy, my happiness. Mm-hmm. You got to line it up with everything you do in your life. Because then now you're living. Mm-hmm. Some people say, well, I could just sit on the couch, eat my popcorn, my loved one, and I'm good. I don't have to go to Hawaii or California or take a trip.
Hawaii is
so whatever it is.
Hawaii is beautiful, though.
Hawaii is wonderful. It sure is. I just wanted to put that. It sure is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm just saying, some people would just want to be where they are. And you say, girl, you need to go. No, I'm fine. That's her choice. If that's what she chooses, that's her choice. She don't have to do like me. And every now and then want to go to Las Vegas or go to LA, California, or go to Atlanta or wherever. Get on an airplane and fly. Some people are afraid to fly. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. That peace of mind. Have you ever heard somebody, a lady in the courtroom say, give it all to him. I don't want none of it. He can have it all. And it's her right to get half. She said, give it all to him. She letting her know right then and there, I'd rather give you everything I got and start over than to be with you. So what I'm saying is, Raheem, I'll give up that money in a minute. Because a peace of mind and the way my husband loves me, you can have that money. Because me and him together as a partner, we'll be able to make it and get it all back. And that's what's on my heart, Raheem.
Good deal. Good deal. Cassandra, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, we're talking about peace of mind, wealth, or love. Now, if you're in a situation where you have all of those, you have total peace of mind, all the money you'll ever spend, and the love of your life. Somebody come along and say, Cassandra, you got too much. You have to get rid of one of these. One of these three have to go. Either peace of mind, where you're gonna have absolute chaos, your wealth, or you're gonna be absolutely broke, or the love of your life. Cassandra, which one are you getting rid of?
The wealth.
Why so?
Immediately, because having somebody that's the love of your life, what? Having peace of mind, what? Yeah, you can have the money. Just go ahead, take it. And Willis said something right at the end that I really identified with. When I went to divorce court, and the judge was like, "Well, you know, what you not? I don't see anything on here. You're not asking for anything." I said, "Because I don't want anything. I just want it out. I just want it out. The peace of mind. He could have everything." And I left everything and just walked away, and that was fine with me. So it's all according to who you are and what you see are priorities in your life. Peace of mind and love are priorities for me. The money is good because they say money answers all things, but to me, money don't buy you love. I mean, it may buy you sex, but it don't buy you love.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Tucson, talk to me, brother. Tucson, the mute button is right there, brother. The mute button is right. Yeah, no, right there. Yeah, push that button.
You know what's really going on. My comments hide my mute button, and I gotta find it. But I think it's been said. Me and somebody working with me can get us peace of mind and wealth. You got the right person in your corner that really love you. You love them. Sky's the limit. And when you got that type of love, peace of mind come easy. But when you fussing and fighting about a dollar bill, this mine, you took, Your Honor, let them have it. We got to go through all of this because we fighting over whose sofa is for, whose sofa it is. Let them have it.
Tucson, what if you're fighting over the dog?
Well, now look, now wait a minute.
Man's best friend, brother. Man's best friend, right?
Yeah, but they best friends are diamonds. Ain't that something? Ain't that a kick in the head? Matter of fact, my dog in my truck, you can have the rest.
Yeah. She's Fido is mine. Fido is mine. You didn't pick Fido. I went there and I picked Fido myself. Fido coming with me.
Well, you got to feed Fido so you can have him. How about that? And look, You talking about a dog? Dog gets you more in trouble than a man if you don't take care of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And some people don't like to feed their dog.
Mm-hmm.
Too much trouble trying to take care of them. But man, look, if you have money come and money go. And I think I said it before, fools and money depart quickly. You know, I thought about, Raheem.
What's that?
How many of us, if we go out, how devastating if we had it. We go out and spend $1,000 today. I mean, just go out and I don't know if you can, but just go out and do something that will cost you about $1,000. Would that set you back? How far would that? I don't know why I thought about that. You know, would that disrupt your love life?
No.
And your not you, right?
Okay.
Not you. But some people. Because you know, most people that working week to week trying to get that bag. We've been working week to week for quite some time now.
Yes, sir.
And that's not a bad thing, really, because at least you're working. But we're trying to get that peace of mind. But the bad thing about it, we're underpaid trying to get it. Fussing over, and then our love life is damaged too.
Well, you say trying to drink champagne on a Budweiser budget.
Trying to get a Cadillac with Chevrolet money.
There you go. There you go. VP, talk to me, brother.
I mean, I think overwhelming most people. Oh, that's weird. Overwhelming most people gonna say well, because that's the easier of the evils to pick out. I think I was gonna go with an example for, again. So everybody knows the Kanye, Kim Kardashian love they had for a little bit. I think this falls in hand with how, you know, peace of mind can cause you to give up wealth and love for them. Because if you follow the story from the early 2000s to now, Kanye West was out of his mind, lost his mom. Kim Kardashian was looking for a real love because she had just got put on blast by Ray J with this video. So they meet up, they become this power couple. But they, instead of building the love and giving each other peace of mind first, they built wealth. So they became billionaires. And neither one of them wanted to transition from what made them who they were. So then they started making kids in this wealth system, not in a love system or a peace of mind system. And it took to Kim, I think, I would say now, not a little bit, I'm not a gossip type person, but where Balenciaga put out the ads with the kids and the teddy bears, and she couldn't come out of her mouth to say, even though her kids, she dressed her kids like this in them decided, you know, sadistic or masculinism type outfits, and could not come out of her mouth to say this was a terrible idea for you. But we find out, you know, dive in, Kanye West knew a lot about what was going on behind the scenes because he was in the fashion industry. So he knew where the wealth was coming from and losing the peace of mind that he was putting his kids and his wife in this system to make money. But never had the love in him to fight through that, you know, because marriage is a hard subject to tame.
Yeah.
So when you get out there, you can speak in a Christian form like Kanye West was for a little bit. If God had gave up on him like he gave up on his family, we would be cussing God out. Be cursing him every day because that's a different type of love to have. And regardless if Kim had gave up the Balenciagas and the dresses sexies and not being on the TV show, they would have never lost the wealth that them two had conspired to do. But Kanye West went crazy and lost all his money. Just so he could keep a peace of mind to understand that he don't have to pay a woman $100 million a year just because she had his kids. That's the system that we're in.
Wow.
Because it's not about love. It's about it's about what have you done for me lately?
Wow. Wow. Rico, is any truth in that, brother? What do you hear in that?
I was gonna sort of go in that direction, but I wasn't gonna use them as an example. But you know, I thought about how when I was younger, I looked at the divorce rate and how it changed in the black community, and then I look at just the divorce rate altogether now, and what was some of the contributing influence behind the divorce rate in the black community. And I started thinking about, well, you know, for people to get a divorce, they must not have too much of a peace of mind with each other. So it started adding up to the point where I started realizing that people were getting together for the wrong reasons. I started thinking about how the dope boys started, you know, becoming an option. I started looking at how, you know, certain people, thugs and roughnecks and all these people started looking like the options because they had swag or they had money. And so what happened is I realized that people started selling their love because the desire the desire for financial prosperity always seems to make life a little easier. So you grow up thinking that a woman is supposed to look for a man or get with a man that is a good provider, you know, and that's true. You do need to get with a man that's a good provider, you know, but in the midst of the cost of living and the desperation for survival, sooner or later you started having to get with the man that could best provide the things that you financially needed to have to be able to survive. Health care, a home, a roof. I mean, just, you know, all of these things, being able to put food on the table. If you don't work, you don't eat. So sooner or later, you know, when people started being rewarded and large amounts of money where they could survive and then have better access to resources, it started making these people seem a little bit more of a viable option. You know, well, yeah, he might be a little rough around the edges, or he might not have been too bright in school. He might have been a bully, but, you know, he could do things for me and my children and this and that. And sooner or later you get married and then you get a divorce because you got with these people for the wrong reason. You sold your love.
Yeah.
You didn't, I mean, and it's easy to get caught up in that because of the desperation for survival, because of the cost of living. So in some way, people will have to find some humility and get practical. You know, I think I said that earlier about being practical and just thinking about the needs and the wants, separating the needs and the wants.
Yeah.
Identifying and self-analyzing what the true priorities are, you know, for the long run. Some might get caught up in the money end of it, but you know, you don't want to be too codependent to the point of where you can get left out hanging, you know, just get left out to dry because you survive. But that codependence, man, a lot of people stay in marriages because they won't be able to survive on their own. So they'll stay in a bad marriage with an abusive spouse. You know, those situations happen because of the dependence of finances.
Exactly.
So, man, it really goes to show you the system that we caught up in, man. This rat race, you know, it's a matter of waking up.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Cassandra, how many people do you think, and we're ready to get out of here, but how many people do you think would actually trade their peace of mind or their love simply for wealth?
I couldn't give a percentage, but there would be quite a bit. For money, oh yeah, for wealth, oh yeah, it'd be a whole lot of people in that line. But you know, I mean, and it's a choice. I can't see that, Raheem. I just can't even imagine just staying in a relationship for money.
Yeah,
no,
doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, can I tell Willa that I'll be in Chicago in a little bit, in about 2 hours?
Oh wow. Today you'll be here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only going to be there for 2 hours, but because I'm flying into Cleveland, but yeah.
You're going to be at O'Hare or Midway?
O'Hare.
Okay, what terminal?
Look, I have no idea.
What airline?
United. Oh, United.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I know what.
I just wanted to say that.
Okay. I sure hope y'all could get together for a minute or two. Go have a sandwich or something.
A sandwich.
A sandwich or something. Yeah. Go have a sandwich or something. Yeah. I know. Because my cousin, he flew through.
Popeye chicken sandwich.
No, don't
sandwich. Yeah.
Don't give him the Popeye sandwich, man. That, don't give him that one. Don't give him that one. But listen, man, this has been a great.
And Raheem,
yes.
Willa, everybody, when you guys, if you would just think about it, on today or tomorrow, I'm going to speak into March with Jalen Walker's family, the young man that was shot 46 times in Akron. So, and that's tomorrow. That march is tomorrow. So I just ask you guys, to be praying.
Absolutely.
For that.
Absolutely. Well, Willa could actually add it into our prayers today because we're going to pray out. Anybody have anything they want to say before we get out of here? Okay. Rico, what's going on at 3:00 today, sir?
If you missed today's show and would like to hear or see the rebroadcast in its entirety, you can tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.dkmmediagroup.com.
Good deal. Good deal. Willa!
Raheem!
Willa, are you ready?
Raheem, I am so ready to receive God's word. Come on, Raheem. Let's go.
Well, Willa, I ain't got one more thing to say. Just one more thing I got to say. Let's go.
Amen. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Father, we're coming to your throne this morning, giving thanks, Lord. First, giving thanks for waking us up, giving us another day, giving us another chance, giving us another opportunity to get closer and closer to you. Father, we thank you so much for all the things that you do in our lives. Sometimes we don't understand it, but you said it in your word to lean not to our own understanding, but in all our ways acknowledge you, and you will direct our path and give us the understanding that we need. Father, we thank you. Thank you, Lord, for keeping your word, lighting that light underneath our feet and directing us, Lord. Father, I'm asking you, Lord, to keep Cassandra safe, Lord, as she travels, Lord. Father, take the wheel, Lord. Father, whatever it is that she's going to do, Lord, allow it to be successful and allow it to be safe, Lord, where no hurt or harm will come to anyone. Father, we're praying this morning that you give that family strength that lost their family member. Father, you said it in your word that you will be there, that you will never leave us nor forsake us, that you'll give us the comfort and the peace. And Father, we thanking you in advance. We thanking you in advance for keeping your promises and standing on your word. Father, we thank you. Thank you for your grace and the mercy that you give us even when we don't deserve it. I'm asking you, Lord, to touch each and every last one that's on this land, Lord. Touch their heart, Lord. Father, I didn't hear from Cap today, but Lord, whatever it is that's going on in his life, Lord, Father, I'm asking you to be a keeper, Lord. Father, you was a keeper before, and I'm asking you now to keep him in a mighty way. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, in advance for all the things that you've done in all our lives. Father, thank you for the morning glow and the message that you give each and every day. Thank you for Raheem. Thank you for his family and their patience. Father, thank you for giving him the vision. Thank you, Lord, for keeping him safe. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Yes, amen. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Amen. Amen. It's been a great broadcast. Anybody got anything before we get out of here? Good deal. Good deal. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now, 10:06. 10:06. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shout some less loud of you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other, and please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. See you tomorrow morning. God says the same. Love you, enjoy each other, and have a blessed, loving day.